Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Life on the Hulls, and as you can see there's been a lot going on. Just a very quick look at it because there's all that to come where we get the hard top out and fit it, and yeah, very exciting times for me because I can actually see the complete boat in its form right now. Now this week I'm actually going to deal with the deck splits that I created to modify the deck to make sure it fit the hull perfectly. I ended up with a 1 centimetre discrepancy on the port side and a 1.5 centimetre discrepancy on the starboard side. So really essential that I did that, or I would have ended up having to bog and fill the outside of it. Plenty to come, let's get into it. Okay, with that split now complete, I've already glassed up under here, and you can see here, I did this about 2 hours ago. It is 35 degrees here today, so probably about 40 in here, and that has gone off in less than an hour. Pretty much that seam is now joined everywhere except where the bolts come through, because I'll wait a couple of days. I'll let this cure up for about 72 hours before I remove these bolts, and then I'll be able to just do a simple patch over where the bolts are. That to do in here in the head. So I've covered the gel coat module with plastic because as I do it, because it's overhead, it's actually dripping down the wall, and yeah, it's dripped all over the wall here. But this is not really an issue, but I certainly don't want chunks of fiberglass resin all over this wall, so I'll be able to just catch it on the plastic, wipe it off, rip the plastic off, probably leave it there for a while anyway. And I've got 2 more compartments to go. I've got that one just behind the washing machine area there, and another one up in the front compartment. This side is done. So yeah, bit of an effort, and it absolutely sucks working overhead, but it's not too bad. There's 4 layers of 600 double bias just here, and then I'm going to basically seam the hull and the deck together, make sure this deck and hull are integrated as one.
Alright, in the port side, we've got about a 14-foot long slot. I've got a basically glass. I'm using 4 layers of this 600 double bias, just make it rock solid. Then I'm going to fill from the top, and then I'm going to continue, as I said on the other side, to tab from here all the way down when it comes time to join the deck. So I'm then going to end up with about 8 extra layers on this split that I have now, and that's going to be just shitloads more than enough. And the whole thing's going to be hidden by a headliner anyway. Cool, that's 4 layers there. I'm basically doing metre long sections all the way along, and then what I'll do, once that's all set up, I'll remove all the cleats, and then I'll be able to do those parts that are basically interfered with the nuts and bolts, and then ultimately I can come in and complete it once I lift it up and then fair it, and the job is done. We've got a perfectly fitting deck and hull now. Very happy with that. So far, from there all the way down to here, and I'll just show you what it looks like now that I've removed the masking tape. This is over the head. So what I've been able to achieve here is a semi-filled area that's solid glass. So that down in there is not going to take a lot of it complete, and I've basically removed the masking tape all the way along here. You can see it if I get down nice and close. I've only got 3 or 4 millimeters of fill to do, and as it tapers back to almost nothing here, that fairing job is going to be relatively simple. I wouldn't say it's going to be easy, but certainly going to be a lot simpler than fairing it from the outside and bogging and all the stuff. So I'll just go to the other side and show you where I'm up to over here. I've been glassing down. So far I've done from the start of the masking tape there all the way down to that, actually that cleat there I've done. So, and yeah, as you can tell, the wind's blowing 50 knots again here today. It's bloody awful. We've had severe wind conditions out here today. And so from there all the way back, that's all glass. And all I really have to do now is just that nose bit, which is going to be the hardest bit. But anyway, it's got to be done. It just has to be done. And it's in the exact position required to keep this nose the perfect fit. Oh, it's Friday, Arvo. I think it's beer o'clock. It's time for a beer because I'm had it. Good morning, everyone. It is about mid-January, I think 20th of January or so. I've got my mate Jeff, who's been doing some work with me down here, and he's down here on holiday, so I've called him in. Janet and Jeff and I are going to raise this deck today, at least attempt to get it back
to that 50 centimetre elevated position so that I've then got room to get in and finish those forward hatches and ultimately get set up for joining this deck. It's going to be probably around 3 weeks before I drop this down for its final time, but I've got everything fitting pretty much perfectly. I'm confident that when it drops, it's going to go vertical due to the fact that I've got these guide acro props on, 2 on the front, 1 on the back, and as it goes down, it really sort of has to settle and nestle in its original place. But for now, as you can see down here, I've got tons of wood. Had to go and buy a new jack because I broke a jack. I've got jack stands, jacks. I've got jacks everywhere. I've got the other ones as well, the taller ones, because this has to go up in 2 stages. Firstly, I've got to lift this up to the point where I can get the large, long bore 60 centimetre jacks in underneath. So I've got to raise it around about a foot before I can get to that stage and put those long bore jacks in here and here. And then once we do that, we're going to put this bottle jack underneath here and get it up on some wood at 50 centimetres, and then I'll put some milk crates under the back. Hopefully be able to lock off the acro prop, and that'll hold and support the centre part of the roof, and then I'll have jacks underneath. And then I'm going to be able to get in and complete the bulkhead that now runs transverse across the back of that lounge room. Lots to do. It's amazing the epic effort you've got to make to do something. It's not simple, but to do this, you've got to have everything in place. And I've just removed about 20 pieces of wall paneling and stuff, like particularly around the galley here that I had against the bulkhead here. As I've had it down, I've been able to continue on with templating. So there's never a point where you're not doing anything. So I'm basically into it. Got lots of lumber. I've got my 50 centimetre props here. Once we get it up, we should be able to lock it in place, and then we can move forward pretty quickly. We're undoing the bolts on the flanges, and there's some bloody redbacks here as well. Watch out for spiders, Jeff. But yeah, I've got Jeff over there, but just be careful on the end, mate. Can you get it, buddy, or not? Yeah.
So, we're going to spend 6 hours putting it back down again?
No, we're not. It's got to go down to that 5 minutes. I've got about 40 minutes gentle time with the new epoxy I bought. How'd you go, mate? Did you get them out?
Alright. It's not strong enough to pull this
No, look at that. That means the deck's still stressing. Yeah, we'll just... Can you undo it with the spanner?
Yeah. No, she's slowly coming.
Yeah.
That's good.
4, 5, yeah. Going up. Alright, that'll do it. Let's stop there. How's that feel?
Yes. It's going nice and even. There's lots of creaking.
Yeah, cool. Creaking's good because it's sticking on the outside bulkhead.
Oh, what
Yeah,
was
it's
that?
going to do that.
It was stuck there, but I just released that.
It'll stick on the sides until it gets clear.
Yeah. No, this is all clear forward now.
Yeah,
So
look at
that's
that.
good.
We're up.
Just gone up.
You know what's good about that? Because when I glued all the comms on, I put sticky tape on there, packing tape,
Yeah.
to stop it sticking to the roof, and I was really hoping. So, look at that, got headroom. Alright, we need to wind this up at probably an inch or so if we can.
Yep.
It's a bit of back and forward, but once it's up,
It seemed to go dead straight, man.
well, good.
We're higher here than the front for me. The front's like this.
Yeah.
This is like
Well, we need
this.
to lift the front up then.
Yeah.
Let's get all level. So this is easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's that?
Yeah, I'm just going to go
Let's go again.
a little bit.
Look at that. Woo! Alright, let's stop there.
I think Jeff might be higher than you by the looks of it.
How
maybe not.
How high at the middle?
In the middle here, I'm about
No, in the
35.
front middle or side middle?
The side, over the bulkhead, out near the door there to the cat. To the
Ah,
garage.
okay.
Yeah, about 3 fingers.
Well, I'm 3 fingers, so let's go one more. I reckon we could probably go. We've done 10?
Yep.
Alright, I reckon we go another 5 on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Righto, that's good. And then move your prop up. I feel like it's working.
Yeah. Well, like even here is 230. Right here is say 250.
What about under the floor? Right up to the yellow part underneath it. That's the bottom. Go right in deep. That's it. There. How is that?
That's 280.
280.
Yeah.
So we're 15 centimetres difference, or
Yeah.
11 centimetres. So we need to go up more at the front.
Yeah.
Alright, Jen, can you stand on that aqua prop as we jack it up? You're at 22. So we're going to go at least probably another 10 centimetres, mate, if you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
On 3, we'll go 10. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright, stop there and measure that up.
255 for me.
I'll just keep moving this support up. So need to go another 10.
Yeah.
On 3, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Mine is.
Don't forget to move your support up, Jeff.
Mine's 290.
290, well we can go up a bit higher, but can I just have that?
Yep.
How's your knees?
It's still there.
Not good, bro. Right, I'm up 292. 290 as well. Alright, let's go another 10 really slowly. Ready?
Yeah.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, what's happening in here, mate?
She's going up.
Hey,
She's going moving on up in
it's
the
going
world.
up. Look at the jack setup. Hey, it's complicated. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Righto, so as you can see, we're actually at 32 centimetres. We've got 18 to go. Only 18 to go. So we'll just have a walk through, have a look at how the front's going. Yeah, that's looking great. Cool. Nice one. Oh, I hate it when it's up here, but I do love it. Brilliant. Cool, look at that. Fantastic.
There's quite a bit of movement.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if that jack's going to move. That's what I was worried
It's not the world's most supported.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Mate, that's fine.
That's okay, I know my head's clear.
You can't get hurt if you sit in here. Look at
It only took me about 10 seconds to work on the safe spots to have my head.
Yeah, well, as long as you're not in between a bulkhead, you're
Yeah.
okay.
And I knew if I was in here, it doesn't matter what happens, I'm fine.
Often, if you just push it down.
Just hydraulic fluid?
Sorry for drawing. Yeah, just jack it.
Oh, okay.
Just got it organised. Got everything. I don't know where all the oil's gone. Maybe this one. Often it gets an airlock in it.
Yeah.
It's got no pressure on it. Feel better?
Yeah, it's working in the whole
Oh, okay.
stroke. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good. Because it wasn't your.
It was just the final bit of the stroke.
So it wasn't the oil, did you say?
Might not have been. Probably had enough oil. It hasn't got any leaks, so it's a good chance it wasn't the oil. But what happens is it can get an airlock in the laid on the side. A jack, like when your car jack lays on the side, you should always wind it out and then wind it up again.
Whoa, that's moved. That moved.
Now.
Yeah.
It's because the pipes have chipped. So we're going to get these side ones up there.
Dan, you watch those things don't pop out and hit you.
Yeah, I'm about 490.
What things, Jen?
Those aqua thingies.
John, that's why I'm trying to get this in place. If this is in place, it can't move. It can't
Yeah.
move to me and it can't move to Jeff.
Yeah, I'm more worried about it when it lifts out, that it
I'll tell you,
actually
if we get to
flies.
50 and they're still in the tube, we're in a place that they're perfect.
I just don't want
That's exactly 50. I'm not going any higher than that.
Okay, if we want to come over the tape measure,
Yeah.
I need to go up, but I need a better measure.
Yeah, right. This is.
Probably come about 5 centimetres to port.
Alright.
Because we've moved a bit this way.
Yeah, you're 49 and up. You're 48 and a half here. So we need to go up. Keep going. 49 and a half. I'll be happy with that. I don't want to go any more.
Do you want me to go forward of this bulkhead?
No, I'm on the back part of it. So you're sort of moving forward. Right, I'm going to hold it while you just bang it in place. That's
Yep.
it. Get it against the bulkhead though, if you can, mate. You're going to go forward.
Oh,
You're going to get against the bulkhead. Close enough, that's it. Perfect. Yep, that's it. Right, I'll leave that one there. See, we've got movement now. Right, I need to get this one out. Yeah. Don't put it in here. Yeah, like that. See, like that?
yeah.
I'll just loosen. Is your pole straight now?
Jeff's is now. Isn't it?
Yes, is, yeah. And mine's a lot better.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. If I tighten that up now, can you just hold that there where it is?
Hang on.
Just hold it by the hatch or something. Or...
Yeah.
You got it?
Yep.
Alright, good. And I can jam it there so I can't move. Perfect, I'm happy with that. That can't move now. Right, there's two up the back. Let me get up here and sort this one out. Oh. No,
You be careful.
no, you can go in.
I could have gone in there easier than you.
Yeah. Good job.
Why don't you let me do that?
I don't know if I want to be here where you get crushed. I
I can't calm down. I'm praying on my engineering here. Hang on, got the time. How long does this take it? 3 hours? Probably. Right, let's do this last bit, mate. Get up. Wow.
What?
That
What?
is already at the right height.
What is?
Solid.
Yeah. The Jeffs is nowhere near, is it? Are they small?
Oh, I think you find it almost at 50.
No, look at him. Yeah, but look at the piece he's got.
I'm at 48 centimetres here.
I was 475 here.
Right, you can go up a bit.
Yeah.
Get another bit of wood underneath this. And you catch up.
This is out again.
Yeah, push it in. You got it? Right. I'll tell you when I'm at 50. Yeah. 480. Oh, that's centre jack, Janet. Can you just put on that? I'd just like to ask you what you thought of that. Hoo-ha,
That was
mate.
good. That worked well.
Yeah.
Took longer than you.
How long do you think it's going to take?
I thought it was going to take the 3.5 hours that it did take.
Wasn't 3.5 hours, was it?
I don't
What time did you get here? 10? 10, yeah.
About 10. We started about 10:30.
Yeah, 3.5
3
hours.
3
Yeah.
hours.
But you know what? I'm not lying because it's going to be a half-hour video. You're right, Jen? Jen came up and was not on her best form today. She's not 100%, but yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty amazing. We've got
You know what? It was actually smooth. Even though it took a while, it's just because we were being cautious. That was actually
super cautious, eh?
That was really solid and smooth getting it up. We had a little bit of play, but only because we had the max height.
Yeah, not as much play as we had when we dropped it down because I almost lost it. I reckon we had a foot of movement.
It's solid as anything now.
Yeah, it went a foot sideways, didn't it? And I thought it was going to actually fall off and lean on the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, we sort of controlled it with these Acroprops guides that I made. But as you can see, they're not dead straight. But as soon as it starts to drop, it's got to fall into those props. I think,
It'll center itself as it comes down.
you know, right. So I now have a ton of work to do. I've got to get in and vacuum this whole thing out and start preparing the forward hatches for flow coating and for putting the composite angle. I've got to glue all of that on because that's going to form the basis of my glue system of adhering this deck down onto the hull. Yeah, Janet will be in the hull flow coating. Yeah, that's good. And I've got to get over the back and put that back bulkhead in. And I was worried how I was going to get that in. I didn't think I'd have a lot of room, but I've got tons of room now, haven't I?
Yep.
A lot more room than I had yesterday when I was jammed in that coffin.
But it's
yeah.
the right size now.
It is the
Gotta
right
fix it out.
size. I've got plenty of room. I can actually kneel up in there, which is
Yeah.
pretty impressive. So
There's
thank
one-
you, mate.
there's
Thank
one
you so
thing, though.
much. So what's that?
How are we going to get out of here?
Oh, yeah, we can't get out. We've got to abseil. It's like an 8-foot drop now. Yeah. Originally, when I lifted it up, we were able to come through the rear compartment across the top of the bed. But now we've got a bulkhead there, so there's no room unless you want to crawl over the bulkhead, and that's going to be pretty sharp.
I can make it to the ground
Yeah.
and get across.
So, in other words, you're going to leave me on the boat.
Yeah, you can stay here, Jen.
The shorty
Yeah,
gets to stay.
yeah, that's right. I think it's time for a break. We're all a bit wrecked. Righto, that's it. That's
good,
deck
isn't it?
lifting day done 101, Ross Jeff Jen style. So now it's not easy to get out of here, but have a look at the flex we've got there. It's now a 5-foot drop. You right, mate?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Come on, let's get out. Look at that. Look at that. That's an impressive sight again. Back to where it was about 4 months ago.
But you're ready to spend a few weeks working on it?
Yeah, I'm ready to get it ready to go down. I'm pretty happy, and I'll get that massive bulkhead in. That's been my main problem, is that bulkhead.
It should be stuck together for the next 100 years.
Yeah, longer.